It's Leslie Ravenscroft here. I'm lucky enough to be Senko at William Brookes School, and this video is all about how we support students who may have physical and/or sensory impairments. The new Code of Practice identifies 4 areas of need, and this video is specifically about sensory and/or physical development. We adapt our curriculum and learning environment to help people with physical impairments in several ways. The first thing we do is liaise carefully with advice service such as occupational therapy. Indeed, most of the time the occupational therapist will come and have a look around the school to see if there are any potential issues even before the child starts. We also provide specialist equipment where required, such as in DT. We have special chopping boards that hold the food very still while the student's chopping, or a Bluetooth keyboard for iPads. We do have a lift, and a lift pass can be provided. We also can offer modified options in PE. For instance, if we have a student who can't do a contact sport such as rugby, they may be offered something a little less full on, such as badminton. We also offer flexibility in leaving lessons early so that students can avoid crowded corridors and staircases when they may be a little off balance. Students can also choose whether to attend non-core lessons that are difficult due to their problem. For instance, we had a student who was very self-conscious about his movement in dance and found it very embarrassing, and he chose to do a different option. We also adapt our curriculum and learning environment to include students with support needs in the area of visual impairment. When we have students with this impairment, we have regular liaison with the specialist teacher of visual impairment. We make sure that font size is appropriate to Visual Services recommendation, and we can get enlarged exam papers. We can also get coloured exam papers. We do encourage students to have an iPad, and personal copies of PowerPoints can be projected onto them and enlarged. In science, students should have their own set of scratch-free goggles. They should sit closest to the teacher during demonstrations and have the apparatus set up without heat or chemicals initially for familiarisation. In swimming, one-to-one support is provided because it's quite scary to get into the water and swim where you can't see where the edges are. We also work very hard to adapt our curriculum and environment for students who may have hearing impairments. We have regular liaison with the specialist teacher of the deaf, the frequency being decided by that service. We also have daily equipment checks with a key worker to make sure that radio transmitters and hearing aids are working. A child's form tutor will do specific training with the teacher of the deaf with regards to any individual's needs. Teachers will wear transmitters and reword student contributions as appropriate, and also transmitters will be used to support group work. Language work, such as French or German, may be done in a separate room with a live reader, and students may ask to work in a quiet room if the noise level is making them tired. Teaching assistants will pre-teach specific vocabulary, and again, in swimming, we'll make sure that there's one-to-one support because it's quite scary swimming and not being able to hear any instructions or whistles. In the new Code of Practice, it says that the school should assess each pupil's current skills and levels of attainment on entry, building on information from previous settings and key stages where appropriate. In this case, information from the primary schools is seen as paramount, but also information from specialist services such as sensory inclusion and occupational therapy. We make sure that we're very flexible in our arrangements. We also ask staff and parents to contact us if they feel that something's preventing a student reaching their potential. Students can also self-refer. In the area of visual, hearing and physical impairment, this is quite unusual unless there's been some sort of nasty accident. We make sure we review the support needs. Teachers are asked to make sure that all students make progress, and we use a program called 4Matrix. Tutors especially are tasked with this. Aaron Armstrong, who doesn't exist, has got a flight plan here. His actual performance is the pink line. His target is the green line. If Aaron did exist, I'd be a little worried about him because his performance is under the green line. At this point, we would in fact be looking to see why he was performing at less than his target and what interventions we can be putting in place. We make sure that access to our facilities is available for all of our students. Our key tenet is that students are included in mainstream lessons. We do not operate unit provision. All students are encouraged to attend clubs at school, and if necessary, assistants will go with them to help them settle in. Transport arrangements such as taxis can be rearranged for students with statements or ECHPs, and differentiated auditions can be arranged for students wishing to take part in the school productions. Students who receive the pupil premium and have SEND are prioritised for trips such as ARTHOG and the Year 7 French trip. Extra staff are provided where necessary, and risk assessments are done with specialist service when necessary. All students, not just those with SEN, take part in a Paralympic Day in addition to the Sports Day each year, and lift passes are given to any students who needs them. On every floor there are staff who are trained in the proper use of the evac chairs in the event of an emergency evacuation. So specialised equipment is purchased upon advice from agencies to ensure maximum independence. We use quite a few external agencies for advice, and this list is not exhaustive. We hope that you can always come and discuss issues with myself and come to a mutually satisfactory conclusion. However, in the event of a dispute that cannot be thusly satisfied, please use the link to the complaints procedure on our website. There are lots of organisations that will help parents make their way through the local offer and the school SEN support report and all the other paperwork. But Parent Partnership is a brilliant service. Their web page is here and their telephone number is here. Their aim is to support you in getting the best possible deal for your child. Thank you for listening.